If you look at the provisions of the Constitution, the Attorney General, in this case, Tan Sri Ghani, is also a member of the Judicial and Legal Services. Alright? So being a member of the Judicial and Legal Services, he serves at the pleasure of the Agong, but Article 1352 provides a protection that if he is either dismissed or if he's reduced in rank, then he has a right to be heard. We take what has happened from what we read from the statement that he has been reduced in rank because the statement issued by the government says that he is to continue serving as a Judicial and Legal Services officer until his retirement. That we take to be a reduction in rank. All right. Now, if there's a reduction in rank, there has to be a right to be heard. Now, if there is a right to be heard, the question is, what is the right to be heard here? What should be given to him, because there's no allegation of misconduct against him. So the right to be heard here should be based on the reasons given by the government. The reasons given by the government is health reasons, that he has health concerns. Now, for any civil servant, if a civil servant services are to be terminated for health reasons, then there are procedures. For example, there are medical boarding out procedures. Those procedures must be complied with. So that civil servant has a right to go before a medical board and face these concerns and disabuse them of the concerns. All right? And then they decide, and he has rights there. So that has not been complied with. And because it's not been complied with, it renders the removal unconstitutional, based on what we know, what we have read so far. Right? So this thing about the fact that Part 10 does not apply to the Attorney General, we have to be careful with that, because the Attorney General at one time was a political appointment in the sense that it's either a Cabinet Minister or Member of Parliament. Now, Cabinet Minister who serves as the Attorney General, like any other Cabinet Minister, his position can be terminated at the pleasure of the Agong, which means essentially the Prime Minister. That's the pure person who's wearing. So if somebody comes from outside, if somebody is appointed from outside the Judicial Legal Services, a Cabinet Minister, and he becomes the Attorney General, yes, termination is at pleasure. But if the person is also a serving member of the service, that means a Judicial and Legal Services officer, the person continues to be a civil servant. All right? So he wears two hats, Attorney General, but he's still a civil servant. His rights as a civil servant prevails, and he will still have the right to be heard. That's our position. Based on our position as unconstitutional, yes, he can. He can. It's up to him. He can.
But where can he challenge this?
In court, yes. You know, it'll be public law action in court. As a matter of public interest, yes, it will go until a determination by the court, one way or another. The current AG, the new AG, will perform his functions.